Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a quick overview about the advantages with custom ROMs, custom kernels, and the new ART runtime. Now, on my phone, my Nexus 4, as you can see, I'm running the Cataclysm ROM on Android 4.2.2, along with the matr1x kernel, which includes the GPU overclock and the color enhancements. And I also have the ART runtime enabled, as you can see in my settings. So I'll go down to developer. Oops, sorry about that. My runtime I'm using is ART, and it's supposed to include just better performance compared to the Dalvik. It does definitely. You can see a difference in quadrant, which is not the most necessary test to do. You don't really see a difference in Antutu, but quadrant there is actually a significant difference, which is surprising. I'll run that real quick just to show you guys. For all those who own a Nexus 4, you all know that it usually scores around the exact same score as the HTC One X, which is kind of, it doesn't make much sense because the phone is obviously going to be much faster than the One X, just in day-to-day performance. But we'll see what happens here. It really is a lot smoother in this test with ART enabled than Dalvik. Because in Dalvik you get the exact same score regardless of the GPU overclock or the custom ROM from matr1x and Cataclysm. You still get around that 4,000, 5,000 mark in this score. But once you enable ART, this test flies for some reason. So we'll see this. And see, we did score a much better improvement. The usual score is right alongside, sometimes above or below the 1X, which is right below it. But now we're getting around 7,620, which is a very nice score compared to the usual. I'll go to my Antutu score just to show you what I did get running this. The current score is the one I had running everything I have now, which is the Cataclysm, the matr1x, and the ART. Now, I don't have another phone to compare side-by-side speed differences between the Dalvik and the ART, but I can tell you that this thing really feels a lot more responsive. Things open just a hair quicker. You can do the research for yourself, because a lot of videos do show that while it is marginal, the ART is just a bit quicker than Dalvik. There used to be problems of compatibility with ART where some apps would not open because it's a different runtime, but that has been fixed in 4.2.2, I believe. So there's no issues with compatibility at this point, and all it takes is for you to be a developer in the settings, as I'll show. So if you do want to enable ART, which doesn't have any drawbacks at all, basically, you go to About Phone. Sorry about that. About Phone. And then you just click on the build number 10 times until it says you're a developer. But I'm already a developer. And then you go to developer options, select runtime, and use ART. The phone will restart, but that's just okay. It does take a little bit to get back into it. It has to not restore your apps, but it has to kind of change your Google apps a little bit, configure them. It's interesting. But yeah, everything is very smooth. It's just very, very slick. This phone usually is fast regardless, but I do have to say it is just a little bit faster when multitasking. Everything is just very snappy. It's just instant. Some very nice performance here. So that is kind of a look at the current advantage of having a custom ROM with a custom kernel and a custom and the new runtime. The ART will improve over time. This is just a very early build of it, and that's why it's not set default, as some people suggest. I'll have links to the ROM and the kernel in the description. Besides that, that's about it for this video. This is just a look at how the performance difference if you use a custom ROM or a custom kernel and selecting the ART runtime.